Hi there, everyone. Welcome to our newest episode of Not Another Podcast. My name is Octo. I'm joined by Mana and Alex, as usual. Today we will be discussing a few different things, but all with the common theme of MacGuffins.
Yeah, shockingly common theme, surprisingly.
hmm
I didn't think we'd be able to find a shared topic between these three things, but we did.
We can try. We can try.
We can try and do it.
hmm
Yeah. So
Yeah.
starting us off. Long story short, basically a couple of weeks ago, months ago, even at this point, I was having a conversation with my two friends here. And I had reluctantly revealed that I had only ever seen the first Lord of the Rings film, and not even the
No,
extended edition.
this was more than a couple of months ago. This was like a year ago. This was before we even went to New
Yeah.
York, and that
Mhm.
was like literally this time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite a while ago. So I've seen Fellowship of the Ring. Watched it on a plane, which is probably not the best way to enjoy that. And
That's
so
exactly how Peter Jackson
Yeah.
envisioned you watching this movie.
Just as Peter Jackson intended.
I'm pretty sure Peter Jackson envisioned it just being played out in real life. Anyway, so we all agreed to find a time and a place where we could binge watch all three Lord of the Rings movies extended editions. We started at 11:30-ish,
Yeah.
I think it was,
and we finished at 2 a.m. the following day. Um,
yeah. And that was with us taking a break to go and grab some food, like in
yeah,
between
yeah,
after the first
food,
movie,
fresh
yeah.
and
air.
then I think halfway through, was it the second or the third movie, we ordered some takeout. So
Yeah, I think it was
like,
towards the end of the second one.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, like we could have done it shorter, but
Yeah,
genuinely, I needed to stretch my legs. Like, I could not sit for 12 hours straight. My ass was starting to hurt, and I was starting to
well,
get
what I'm
pins and
saying,
needles in my legs.
it was an exercise in being competitive couch potatoes.
Oh god.
Uh, I was not
Yeah.
built for that level of laziness.
No.
Oh, same. I feel like my eyes were like really starting to get sore at the end of the third one,
Yeah.
and like even during the first one, like I had to get
I mean,
up and move. I
I
think we
actually
even
fell asleep during the first one, but it was a bit I'd already seen, so
Yeah. You were.
that's
we
We
were
let
all
you
fine.
go
good.
That
with
is
that
fine.
one. We let you go with that.
Actually, no,
The
we
whole thing's
also.
invalidated. We've got to do it again.
Yeah, oh god.
I would say I don't know how people do this every year. Like my eyes were starting to hurt from just staring at a screen for
Yeah,
that long.
I absolutely cannot do that again. I loved it, and I'll get into what I liked about each movie. I absolutely loved it. It is one of those things where you're like, "There's no way it's that good," and then it is that good, and you're a little pissed off actually that it's that good. Um,
I mean, now you can see why it's one of the most highly
oh,
regarded
absolutely.
trilogies of all time.
But I think the best way to watch that would be like in the week between Christmas and New Year's.
I think it's what a lot of people
It
do, to
me-
be fair.
that's what I usually did. So what is it like every year? Me and my mom, we do like a movie marathon every Christmas. So one year we did all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
One year we did Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So between Christmas and New Year's, we did one movie every day, extended editions.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I will
yeah.
get around to the Hobbits eventually. I mean, I read the book, and it's not a long book, so I have no idea how they squeezed 3 movies out of that, but we'll see.
They really milked it with The Hobbit. I mean,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is 3 movies, 3 books. Hobbit is 1 book with 3 movies. Like
I mean,
it is very
Very
long.
short book as well.
Yeah, it's like I read it in like 3 days. It is not a long book, and
I
like
think it's
that
like a couple hundred pages.
It
yeah,
is.
like I read like 100 pages a day, and I was done in 3 days pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
what I was gonna say was originally I think Tolkien wanted to publish all three as one book. But the publisher said it was way too long and no one was going to buy it, so they staggered it out a bit.
That does sound like publishers at the time, to be fair.
hmm
Mm.
I mean, I think they were right, to be honest, because like if you see, you can go into bookstores now, you can get the edition where it's all 3 books in one, and it's it's a hardback, and like that thing, you could probably bludgeon someone with it.
It's just massive.
It's
Inner
like
knowledge.
it looks like a academic book or like the Bible or something. It's ridiculous.
It looks like those special edition copies of Berserk. where it's just an actual brick. Like you can genuinely throw it at someone and you
I've
probably seriously
seen the
injure them.
special edition copies of Death Note where the pages are black and it's
Yeah.
printed on white ink, and it is genuinely unreadable. I mean,
I mean, how did they print? Did they have black paper, or did
yeah,
they just
it's,
like
it's
print
black
Yeah.
paper with white ink. It's black paper with white ink. It looks like great. The art looks amazing, but it is a struggle to read because you really got to strain. You really got to
Yeah.
strain.
Hmm.
I'm just looking over at my bookshelf right now. Actually, I'm just seeing I have one of the Invincible compendiums, and that is huge book. Yeah. Anyway, back on the subject of Lord of the Rings. We did
Yeah.
have a bit of a disagreement because I think the Two Towers is the best one.
Yeah.
So do I. I think that the Twin Towers is the Twin Towers.
The
Two
Twin
Towers.
Towers. They hit the second tower. The orcs have hit the second tower, Aragorn. No,
No.
it would be the Ents. The Ents have hit the second tower,
Ents.
Saruman.
It's oh my god.
Two Towers, not Twin
The
Towers.
Two
Two
Towers.
Towers is my favorite.
Yeah.
I feel like I have like a
But-
slight outlier. I think I like the original version of Return of the King the best out of like the entire trilogy. But I think in the extended
when you
cuts,
say-
I do think the Two
Oh.
Towers is better.
Right,
Yeah, I
okay.
think-
Okay.
I've seen the original cut of Fellowship. I've seen the extended cut of Fellowship, and I've seen the extended cuts of the other two. So I can't really speak on here, but I think in terms of pacing, I definitely think the second one is the best. The first and the third just go on for a little too long for my liking.
Yeah.
I think that the first one really has to like set up a lot. Like
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, it was the first time you had a movie that was literally told in 3 parts. Like it wasn't really done before, where you had movies that were told over literally multiple where you had a story
Wars.
being told over multiple movies. Like you look at the original trilogy of Star Wars, like A New Hope, you can more or less watch it on its own, while
Yeah, but
Empire Strikes
you could
Back.
only watch Fellowship of the Ring on its own.
Mm, I don't know, because it's like it's designed as a trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of have to watch it as a
Well,
trilogy.
again, originally it was 3 book. It was 1 book. So
Yeah, but that's because it's one continuous story. What I mean is the trilogy is one continuous story told over 3 movies.
mhm.
While like you look at something like, again, the original trilogy of Star Wars, the original A New Hope is
good on its
more or
own.
less, that's a very it's good on its own.
I think you could.
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
look-
A New Hope is self-contained. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look at Empire Strikes Back, that very much leads into Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. And
So
also, it also requires you to have watched A New Hope to understand like what's going on. They don't really re-explain who the bad guys are. It's like you just kind of have to know.
no, they don't. Yeah. So like you can watch A New Hope on its own, and you don't really have to watch the others. Well,
You
to
guys
understand
gonna
Empire Strikes Back,
absolutely hate me when I say this. The first Star Wars movie I actually watched all the way through was the Clone Wars.
Oh, what, the 2008 animated one?
Yes,
Ooh, ooh. You know what?
the one with
Wow.
Rotter the Hutt, who
I'm
has now
not
made a
gonna say
comeback.
anything. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. That's fine. You can. That's fine.
Look,
But-
I was on holiday and it was like the only somewhat recognizable movie the video rental store had. God, I'm showing my age there. The video rental store. Mhm.
Yeah,
Bro, showing your age, you're younger than me.
it's true.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, who? Like, legitimately, I was talking to a guy and he was like, "Oh, what's it? Oh, when were you born?" I was like, "Oh, I was born 2010." I'm like, "No way, you 16?" And it's like,
Oh my god, that actually hurts.
yeah, no, because I remember the
Oh.
2010 World Cup. That's how it came up. It's like, "Oh yeah, I was born in 2010."
Same.
I was like,
I remember, like, at my school, I was in primary school. I think I was in like year 4, and we even watched one of the World Cup games in class.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but like, wow, okay, that really makes me feel old. There's people born in like 2010. I say that like my niece isn't born in 2011.
Yeah.
worse. It's gonna get worse. We're only gonna get older.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't remind me.
You're
Don't
gonna
remind
start
me.
meeting people born in
Um,
like 2018 in a few years, and you're gonna be like,
Oh,
"Oh, guys
Cough.
aren't real.
Sorry, you're gonna have to edit that out. Cut that.
You guys aren't real.
No, wait. One of my nieces is born in 2017.
Nuke the whole
Oh,
generation.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wait, what
We
month?
had
What month?
October.
Oh my god. Your niece is younger than the Nintendo Switch.
That's good. Oh, that's actually so funny.
Oh,
No, because
God.
I remember we went on a family holiday and she was in like early 2018 and she was a baby. So it's like
Oh.
it hurts knowing that there's people that are like more than like 10, 15 years younger than me.
We're gonna have to get back on topic, otherwise we're gonna have another 2-hour episode.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's fine. That's fine.
I was gonna say, because I hadn't watched Return of the King as the extended cut before. Watching it, I really didn't like it at all. I genuinely was to the point I was getting really bored.
You could cut out. Well, I mean, it's the extended
There's
cut,
a
so of course
reason
you
the
could
normal
cut out
cut
bits of it.
is as good as it is to me, because the extended cut just has so much filler.
Mm.
And I don't hate
I mean-
filler, because the book, the reason why I like the book so much is because it goes into so much detail about things that happen like between the battle at Minas Tirith and then like obviously the final battle at the Black Gate. Like there's a lot of detail between that I really like. But a lot of that doesn't either get adapted, or it's just random stuff that happens. Like the mouth of Sauron, I think is what it's called, or it's called the Speaker. It's one of the two. The one that has no eyes with the helmet and it has just the mouth is like, it's such a useless scene in the
Yeah,
film.
no, I was like, what the hell is even the point of this? Having the guy come up and announce that, yes, I am the bad guy and I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, I speak
it's
for
just
the
like-
bad guy, and we're gonna kill you. And you
We've
can't
been
win.
building to this shit for 3 movies, man.
And like this is the representation of Sauron in front of the screen, kind of, because it's like Sauron doesn't speak to you. This is the voice of Sauron through like his messenger at the Black Gate, and it's like, it's so pointless to me.
It's Sauron's chat moderator.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought Return of the King was just so unneeded. And then there's like the scene with the ghosts where they get chased by, where they get like swarmed by like the ghosts.
Yeah, like that was like they just put a side quest in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, it's like it's so unnecessary. It's like they do all that as if they've like failed, and then the guy just walks through the wall and goes, "So who are we killing?" And it's like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It just annoyed the hell out of me. I was like, I can't be asked.
Yeah, the general consensus of the 3 movies is that Return of the King is the best of the trilogy. But like you said, I do find it does drag on a little bit, and pacing wise, and I think in terms of maybe a little bit of satisfaction at the end, I do think it's the Two Towers. Like, especially when you have the Ents destroying Isengard.
Yeah.
That
there's something
scene is just incredible.
There's something so satisfying about that ending that it makes it my favorite of the 3.
It's like the music
why-
swelling and just like the way.
Yeah, and what I love is they just spend so long convincing the Ents to do anything, and they're like, oh, I mean, in a way that I feel like that's meant to be like a dig at politics, like, oh, it takes so long to do anything with these old people.
It kind of is almost, I think.
And then when
It takes so long to do something until something happens to them, and it's like, right, now we're doing it.
Now we're
well, it's
going.
more like they see the actual devastation and then it hits them, and that scene is really powerful. Actually, I mean, I think one of the big themes of the trilogy is this idea of industrialization, just it being essentially a source of destruction. And when you consider the world that Tolkien was growing up in, I mean, fought in World War One, and
the most rapid most rapid change in warfare in human history.
in warfare, in society, and I think, I mean, there's something that Saruman says, like, oh, we will cut down the trees and build an empire of steel, something. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, that's literally what people said back then. That was like Henry Ford's modus operandi.
Yeah, pretty much.
And an empire of steel, like we don't live in one like that now.
Mm-hmm.
We live in an empire of concrete, which is different.
Concrete, glass, and steel.
I did like. I mean, this has been brought up before, but I did like the Union representative orc.
Yeah, the Union representative orc in the Two Towers. It's so good. It's such a.
It's
good
like, oh,
idea.
this is a completely unreasonable production timeline.
And he's just like, cut down more trees. But sir, we haven't got enough wood in the ground. And it's like, well, go to the forest then. He's like, you make a good point. It's like, It's so good. It's so
I
good.
would be very interested in like obviously not like a spin-off series, not actually Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah.
like a series that was like looking at the actual logistics of running an evil empire.
I
Like
think that'd be a
if
cool
it's
thing.
fantasy thing or a sci-fi thing, like do you know how much
Anyway,
R&D a Death Ray took?
I mean, don't you see some of that in Andor?
Star Wars is trying to
Yeah, yeah.
summarize it
Well, I
up a
mean,
bit.
you haven't watched Andor, so we're not going to talk
Yeah.
about it until you watch it, which you
Mm-hmm.
should do. And
But yeah,
anyone
Look,
listening to this podcast, if
should
you have
watch
not
Andor.
yet watched Andor, go on Disney Plus, watch pause the podcast, go on Disney Plus, watch both seasons of Andor, and then come back.
Like it's just obligation. You have to. Like I'm sorry to tell you this, but you have to. It's just
It's the
amazing.
law. It's the law. Okay, back to Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. Back
once
to
I
Lord of the Rings.
finally watch, once I finally watch Andor,
We will stop shouting at you
then
about it.
we could.
Yeah,
No,
until
not
you
just that. We
find-
can actually look. We could talk about it in an episode of the
Yeah.
podcast.
That will be a 4-hour long episode. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
not be able to shut up about how
You
good Andor
couldn't
is.
stop us from talking, and that's the problem. And I think you wouldn't be able to stop talking either once you've watched it. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
Yeah, but anyway, back to Lord of the Rings. I think again the cultural context, and again it's still relevant because when we look at you know how much of the environment, how many communities are being destroyed by data centers,
Mm.
and I mean a company literally called Palantir. I mean we can't get any more. I mean
We
when we're
can't get any
watching it,
more on the nose than this,
yeah.
really.
And I was
Wait,
watching it, and
where's that
Sauron's
reference to?
Palantir, the company, the military
The
industrial
military AI
complex.
company.
I know that. What is the name of reference
That's
to?
the orb. That's Sauron's orb. It's the Palantir.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Yeah, yeah.
It probably
Imagine
wasn't
watching it and go,
intentional.
yeah, I should name my company after the thing that the bad guy uses to spy on people.
Wait. Have you guys seen those videos where it's like a guy will ask someone, "Is this a comic book villain quote or a tech bro or politician?"
Oh, I've seen
And
that.
every time people get it wrong.
Yeah, because it's all a tech bro. So like, yeah, water shouldn't be a human right, and people are drinking too much water. We need the water for data centers, and it's like that sounds like some evil guy from like some dictator would say it, but it's not. It's just like
Oh, there's that really weird,
head of Amazon
not
or
weird.
something.
There's some stupid. So I need to stop using derogatory terms to describe things I haven't seen because I'm making a judgment. There's some animated movie that was based off some Chinese webcomic where it's become a meme where it's like some tech CEO says, actually, I think killing people is helping people.
Oh
Something
yes,
like-
I've seen it. I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's loads of
Oh, it's
robots
called
and
like
stuff.
Upgrade or Level Up or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, to me, it just looked like a Big Hero 6 ripoff, but
Yeah, but the quote is literally just, "I think killing people makes the world a better place." And then the kid goes like, "Oh, he's gonna kill us." And he's like, "No, no, no, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna kill people. You know, some of them, all of them." It's like, okay.
I mean,
it's very on the
it's
nose,
just
but...
I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. Mm. Mm. Well, actually, if I ever get really good impressions, we should get like a bunch of like Sam Altman quotes and read them out in Saruman's voice.
If you do,
Have
we
you-
have
have you-
to do that.
Oh my God! Wait, have you seen? I think this was a number of years ago, even before COVID. Mark Hamill went on an episode, was on Jimmy Fallon, and he read Donald Trump quotes in the voice of the Joker.
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's not fair. That's
Yeah.
the Joker is much more interesting, and I'd honestly trust him more to run a country.
Yeah, probably. I mean, at least he's like.
I
a
mean, if you
mild
look at it in the
mannered
comics, he serves as a diplomatic envoy to the Republic of Iran. So, I mean,
I mean, clearly he can kind
And-
of run a government.
And don't forget, in that one DC and Marvel crossover, he did beat the crap out of the Red Skull after finding out that he was a Nazi.
yeah, but he did also have a henchwoman who was a Nazi and had 2 swastikas on her breasts. So,
He's a 50-50, I think.
it
Depends on his writing.
if it's the
Depends
bit.
on the writer. Yeah, it depends if it's
Entirely on the writer, on like whether it's like whether he's in a good or a bad.
Yeah, I
mood.
know. I said I'd wait and see it until I could do it impressions, but I just want to try this out. You can edit this out if you want.
Go on.
Competition is overrated. In practice, it is quite destructive and should be avoided wherever possible. much better than fighting for scraps in existing markets is to create and own new ones.
That's not terrible. That's fine. That can stay in. That can stay in.
I'm trying to find more that like somewhat evil. Of the 6 people who started PayPal,
Oh my god.
4 built bombs in high school.
What the fuck?
It's a quote from Peter Thiel, CEO of Palantir, apparently.
Oh my god. Oh god. Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop now because otherwise this entire podcast is just gonna be me reading out Peter
It's you
Thiel
reading out
quotes.
Peter Thiel quotes. Yeah.
Back to
Yeah,
Lord of the
well,
Rings
Back to
for
Lord of
like
the
the
Rings.
third time.
The third
I've said-
time.
Okay.
I was gonna say I did want to talk about the the Fellowship of the Rings extended cut because I do actually.
I think in terms of the extended cuts, I mean, granted, that's the only point of comparison I have. I think it's probably the best extended cut, just because I think spending more time in the Shire and actually setting up Frodo's world and what he
Yeah.
has to lose
It's very
really
important.
just makes it hit more when he goes on this treacherous journey.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree.
the thing i- the thing is, it's been so long since I've even watched the original versions of the Lord of the Rings. I've forgotten what is actually in them and what isn't in them. Because whenever I watch the Lord of the Rings, I only ever watch the extended cuts, so I can't even remember what is and isn't in them. Isn't in them. If that makes sense.
I think I
The
hate on
one
purpose.
thing I do want to say is Samwise Gamgee is quite possibly like the greatest character in the Wall of Fiction.
Oh yeah.
Like if I could pick,
He's such a dude. He's such a
if I could pick,
he's just that guy.
I think if I could pick one character from Lord of the Rings to like go and hang out with, it would be Samwise Gamgee. He seems like he would be a great dude to hang out with.
Right, he cooks
Oh,
good
100%.
food. He cooks good food. Like he's an easy sell point there, I think.
Merry and
cooks good
Pippin would be a
food.
close second, I think.
They'd be good to have a
No,
smoke with, I think.
look, I would say Samwise Gamgee is that guy. Like, if you're going out and you get drunk, he will look after you and make sure you get home. Well,
Was
you
he
know,
the designated driver of the Fellowship?
I think so. Yeah, Merry and
yes,
Pippin,
yes.
you're being chucked out of the bar. I think if you're with them,
yes,
you're getting
yes.
dragged out by the bouncer. Like he's just like, nah, I'm not having it. You guys are causing a ruckus. It just drags you out.
If you're with them two, you're dancing on top of the bar with people throwing money at you.
What I was just gonna say was, I mean, I think that what really encapsulates Samwise's character, the scene I really love, is right at the end of Return of the King, where he literally just lifts up Frodo and he's like, you know, we're gonna do this thing.
Oh yeah.
Like we've come this far, we can't stop now, and that's such a. I mean, it's not an original statement, but it's such a powerful statement.
Oh,
You know,
Even if it is a little cliche, but it's
it
done
invented the
so.
cliche.
It kind of did invent
It,
it.
it, it, it's so like, simple and effective that he is the angel on the shoulder compared to Gollum being on the other shoulder for Frodo.
Yeah, the devil.
Exactly,
Yeah. Like I do think, like I went into the series really expecting to hate Gollum and just find him really annoying, and he is definitely really annoying. But I do think he is a more complex character than I took. I think
Yeah.
it shows that even the smallest amount of power can just corrupt someone.
I also think Andy Serkis just does an absolutely outstanding.
I mean, Andy
job.
Serkis is just fantastic. I mean,
he is.
Andy
But I think-
Serkis is amazing in everything. Like whenever it involves something to do with motion capture, like you look at him in Planet of the Apes, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, not just motion capture. I mean, he's fantastic in Andor.
Exactly. He just blows out of the water with every performance. I think Gollum is just so. He is Gollum. Like it's so iconic. Like it's kind of hard to not have him be Gollum. I think if they were to ever do anything else, like it would be like.
I mean, they're supposedly doing a Gollum movie, but we'll see.
Not supposedly. They are doing a Hunt for Gollum movie with like most of the original cast coming back, except for I think Viggo Mortensen as
You can't do it
Aragorn.
without Viggo Mortensen. I mean, that's like trying to do. Say we want to redo Star Wars and
Well,
not have like the John Williams soundtrack. We're gonna do a completely new soundtrack.
I think it depends on the type of movie. Like, if it's a movie that doesn't need Aragorn, then I get why they wouldn't bother having Viggo Mortensen. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like if they're recasting Aragorn, that's a different thing entirely.
Oh yeah, if they're recasting,
No, I think
whatever.
I
But
think they are. I think they are recasting him.
I mean, I think they recasted him in Rings of Power because he does show up in Rings of Power apparently.
The thing is, I'm not against recasting. Like, really, like I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, I realized
how
halfway
old
through
is
my
he now?
sentence.
How old is he now?
Oh, I don't want to Google how old Viggo Mortensen is. I'm gonna feel
Like,
really
I
bad.
don't think he's young enough to play Aragorn anymore. He wasn't that young when he was playing him, really.
How old is
Viggo
he?
Mortensen. So right now he is 67.
Yeah, like
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
when they made these movies, he was like 30. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he was already
All right. So
getting older in a sense.
all right. So they've announced who is going to play Aragorn in The Hunt for Gollum. Jamie Dornan.
Jamie Dornan. Let me Google this dude.
All right. Let's see what Jamie Dornan has been in.
I can see that. I can see that.
He's got the look, especially with the long hair and the beard.
Yeah. I mean, tough act to follow, but we'll see.
Definitely.
A lot of modeling. He was in Once Upon a Time, The Fall, 50 Shades as Christian Grey.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's gonna be interesting. Suddenly, a
Have you
bunch of
got-
50-year-old women are gonna get really into Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
I feel like a lot aren't already, to be fair.
All right, back to Lord of the Ring.
For the fourth time.
For the fourth time.
This is.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think.
But yeah, look.
I think overall,
What-
Joe, what did you think overall after we?
What
watched
I
it
thought overall was that I was absolutely blown away. I mean, when you look at the scale and the passion and the heart that really got into it, I don't think we're ever going to see anything like that ever again.
Probably not.
No.
No.
No,
I think-
no. We will. Dune trilogy.
That's the thing.
Ooh.
I like the Dune trilogy. Well, it's not a trilogy yet. It will be a trilogy. And granted, they have to stick the landing.
Yeah.
They have to stick the landing because Dune Messiah is gonna be.
Doom
it's a-
Messiah
it's
is
a
a bit of a
very-
beast to get through. I think if they do
Mhm.
it well, I think the trilogy will go around as like the next big thing.
I think
if
it will
doesn't
definitely be in the same conversation.
Yeah.
But I think what it is that with Lord of the Rings is that it was this sort of moment, like this perfect convergence between, big budget, big money, and raw passion.
Yeah.
I think, they wanted to make a Lord of the Rings movie because they wanted to make a Lord of the Rings movie. Everyone, I mean, yeah, sure, money was involved. They wanted to make money. But the main thing was making an amazing movie. And they did. And it made loads and loads of money. But now I think, especially when you look at something like Dune, and don't get me wrong, absolutely incredible movies. Denis Villeneuve's directing, Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, is it Javier Bardem, the cast,
Yeah.
yeah, Stellan
Jason
Skarsgård.
Momoa.
The cast absolutely phenomenal. But in the back of my mind, there's always going to be that cynical voice going, oh, they want a franchise. They tried to do a spin-off actually on HBO Max, and it didn't really go anywhere.
They did the TV show
It was
about
Dune
the
Prophecy.
Bene Gesserit, but it was like a bit.
Mm.
I heard it wasn't that great. Like
I mean,
fine,
the thing is,
but-
a Bene Gesserit spin-off
was
is not a
fine.
bad idea, but when the whole appeal of the Bene Gesserit is that they're shrouded in mystery, putting more light on them is probably not a good idea.
yeah,
All right, back to my original point.
Yeah.
Is what I was saying is that there's that cynical undercurrent of, they're going to make this a franchise. It's something in a portfolio. They're going to be looking at box office numbers. And granted, maybe it's because I'm watching it after the fact when it wasn't in cinema. But that voice just wasn't there with Lord of the Rings. I felt very much like this was a story that they wanted to tell. And they wanted to do it in the best way they could, the most naturally they could. And again, I want to visit New Zealand now just because it just looks absolutely stunning.
truly, I
Like-
think those movies did so much for just like tourism sales for New Zealand. Like, it was
Oh
actually
my god! I'm
ridiculous.
pretty sure they had a flight informational video from New Zealand Airlines where it's like the safety video is Lord of the Rings themed.
Probably, yeah. Like, I wouldn't be shocked Because
That
But
does not surprise me.
aren't Weta workshops based out there as well? So like a lot of
Mhm.
it was very like, it's all very like it also does feel like a bit of a love piece to New Zealand as a country as well, which I think is also quite a nice little.
And also, again, a
little
lot of the
undertone.
smaller it helps a lot of Australian and New Zealand actors kind of get a bit more recognition. I mean, that was Carl Urban's big break, and he's been in loads of stuff. Love
Oh
Carl
yeah.
Urban.
Definitely one of the most diverse actors. Like he was in, obviously he did Thor Ragnarok. He was in Star Trek. He was in obviously Lord of the Rings. He did The Boys. He did Mortal Kombat. Like he's nearly in every major franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, collecting franchises like Infinity Stones.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
just need him to play someone in like in DC.
Get him in DC.
Cast
Or...
Carl Urban as Batman.
Oh God.
God no, please, Jesus Christ,
That
do not do
wouldn't
that.
work. That wouldn't work.
That I no. We could talk
No.
about, we could probably do a whole episode on the state of the DCU.
Yeah.
Which is going to be an excellent segue.
Because we want to talk about Supergirl.
Yeah, so we
Yes.
all went to go Supergirl, and I think the connection point we had is that it's a MacGuffin plot,
Mm-hmm.
and
But not in the way you would think it is.
the MacGuffin in that movie is the poison,
Or
essentially,
the
Like,
counter, the poison counter.
the antidote to the poison. And I was talking about Lord of the Rings is the MacGuffin plot, like taking the ring to Mount Doom. It is,
The bring
you know,
the thing to the thing place.
it's basically it's narrative shorthand. You know, I mean, we were talking about Mortal Kombat the other day. They literally reference it in in Mortal Kombat. One ring to rule them all. It's a tenuous link because I kind of just want to talk about this movie because we all went to go see it together.
We saw it on
And
opening night, actually. We saw it on
that
last
was
Friday.
opening night.
Yeah,
Well,
Friday.
It was a very empty cinema for opening night.
We did go quite late though, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
We went at like 7.
But was it?
so-
Was,
It was
yeah.
like 6 or 7.
And also also don't forget, you're talking about the time when it was like 35 degrees in the UK.
Yeah, it was like one
No
of
one
the
would-
hottest days.
Yeah.
ever in the UK. So it's not like people were staying indoors.
No.
They
Yeah,
were
but
outdoors
Rotting
enjoying
at
themselves.
home or
Air
just like
conditioned cinema.
yeah, like, it was pretty much just that.
All right,
Mm.
but so I think the main thing I want to say about Supergirl is that it was fine.
I would say maybe slightly better than fine. I think it was good. I would say it's not as good as Superman, but it's nowhere near as bad as most of the internet.
Now, I went in when people were talking about it, I was expecting a total train wreck, and there are definitely things about it I don't like, which I'll get into.
Oh yeah.
But overall, it's a solid movie. And the joke I was going to make the other day when we were talking about it was, I'm so glad we're finally getting women in male fields, male-dominated fields, which is being in slightly above mediocre superhero movies.
Yeah.
I liked Black Widow when it came out, but I'm not going to pretend that's a good movie.
No, God, no.
I think Black Widow sucks because it was released at the wrong time.
Yeah, like if they released that around like just before like Phase 3, like beginning of Phase 3, that would have been the perfect time for it.
I think if it came out like either before or after Infinity War or something along those lines, I think it could have done something.
I think it would have been perfect if it was done in between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Infinity War came out Infinity War we got in the summer. If they did Black Widow in like October, November, would have been perfect. Perfect timing.
Yeah, 100%.
But the main failing with a movie like Black Widow is that we already know how the character ends. Why am I getting invested in it now?
Yeah.
Also, it was one of the movies that they were doing post production in COVID, and so you can tell it really suffered with some of the CGI.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, also again,
there was also all the controversy around the fact that it was released on Disney Plus, not in cinemas, and
I saw it in cinemas.
No, it did get a cinema release. It just wasn't like a.
I think originally they wanted to dump it on Disney Plus, but then Scarlett Johansson's agents got involved.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know it was released in cinemas.
Yeah, I think
because I think she was owed a portion of royalties, and this was like a way to sort of cut her out of the royalties, which is a really shitty move, to be honest.
They were
100%. It is a very shitty move.
COVID MCU was a crazy time, I have to admit.
I
Yeah.
think COVID cinema in general was a weird time.
Yeah.
Yeah, God bless our savior, Top Gun Maverick, savior of all cinema.
Because I know I know we're kind of going off topic, but it is a good comparison. When I went and watched Black Widow, like it was prime COVID. I went and watched it, and it was like I didn't hate it. Like I didn't think it was a bad movie. It was just there's so many weird little oddities that just kind of
Like I said, like that again, this is probably what I'm going to say about Supergirl. It's like
Yeah.
there was lots of cool bits, lots of moments that I liked, but in terms of when I think of the cohesive whole, I mean, I don't even remember what happened in that movie. I think it was like she meets up with her family and they go fight some
Yeah.
fat Russian guy.
Well, the beginning of the film
In the
sets up a really cool like point of like, oh, like this is how she became such like a evil, cool assassin. But
No, if
like
anything, I think it should have been an origin story. It'd probably been a bit late for that, but
they were kind of trying to make it both, which I kind of hate the fact that it was supposed to be an origin story and like a progression of her character going into Endgame.
again is my problem with Supergirl, which I think I need to get into it
Yes.
now. First thing I was going to say, I actually read. I'm about halfway through of it. The Woman of Tomorrow comic that this movie is supposedly based off. The art and the writing on that comic are absolutely spectacular. Um, the whole
Like,
thing
you
is
know,
told.
it's one of the it's one of the like best Supergirl stories out there right now. And I think the main thing with the art is it's so vibrant and colorful that when it comes to the movie, there's pops of color,
Yeah,
but
but
it's very gray and very brown.
It's very
Which,
very muted color palette.
especially when you compare that to Superman, which was very bright and very colorful, you would think the movie that is based on a comic that is very bright and colorful would be the same, but it's not.
it almost looks like it's not supposed to be like related to the Superman movie.
I mean, the thing is that when they were forming the DCU, James Gunn was very very clear, so that I don't want to have a house style like Marvel does, because every Marvel movie up until quite recently just kind of looked the same, sounded the same,
Yeah.
played the same. Um, and so he wants to have these very different movies that are loosely connected, and I totally get that, because you don't want audiences to get bored of the same stuff, because I mean
Exactly.
superhero is super
You want
oversaturated.
you want a little bit of diversity and you want different stories, and especially with how DC is, it is a very mind you, that's comic books in general. It's very diverse stories. You look at Superman, who is meant to be very bright and hopeful. Contrast that with Batman, who they're part of the same team. Batman is very dark, gritty. It's very much a
So
lot more
this is
serious.
if we do a proper DCU episode, I'm gonna make the case. This is probably an unpopular opinion now, but I'm still going to make the case for merging the Batman and the current existing DC universe, because I think those two, I think David Cornsworth and Robert Pattinson would play off each other so well
Oh yeah.
if we did
Hundred
ever
percent,
get there.
100%. I don't even think that's an unpopular. I can't say it's an unpopular opinion when a lot of people are thinking that's what is going to happen anyways.
I mean, it depends if Paramount gets involved or not, which again I'm going to have to get into. But back to Supergirl.
Ugh.
Well, yeah.
The
Getting on to Supergirl.
script is just not good. It is just the the like Millie Alcock is a great actress. I think
She does a
I
good
don't
job of
remember.
what she's given. Like she does a
Yeah,
really
like
good
I
job
think
with
the
it. It's
cast
just
do good with what they're given. But I mean, like I said, I was comparing some of the some one-to-one stuff from the comic and some of the movies. Ruthie, whose name I couldn't even remember until like the end of the movie, uh, is a way
Right.
more nuanced and developed character in the comic, because it's all told from her perspective.
Yeah,
And I mean, I
it's
get you
told from a
can't.
perspective. It's told from a perspective when she's like an old woman or something, and instead of
Yeah, and I
reflecting
get you can't like front load a movie with all that what's the word
exposition.
exposition. Yeah,
but then
because she's
again,
always making references to all these historical events that we don't have the context for, but it makes it feel so much grander, and it makes her, what's the word?
Harriet.
I wouldn't even call it. Yeah, it makes her naivety compared with Supergirl's, more grounded, you know, point of view. I think it
Yeah.
makes it much more interesting. Meanwhile, in the movie, she just comes off as you know,
Naive.
I am Moana of Martinui. You will travel me with me
Yeah.
to capture the
You
heart
will
of
travel
Tafiti.
with me to rescue the heart of Tafiti and return it to the island so I can save the world.
Yeah.
The, the,
Well,
the the thing is, when I saw that, I was thinking it's not flat because it's a child actor. I mean, I think she's like 14 or 15, the actress who's playing the role.
Yeah.
I think it's that is how I'm expecting a child to sound in that kind
yeah. I
of
mean,
position.
granted, she
Like,
she
She comes
I
from
think
like
she's like,
nobility and she's got like family and like she will
yeah,
sound a bit
in the
poncy and a bit thing like that. She's going to.
and a little bit cringy. Like that is what I'm expecting from her character. Like I'm not expecting her to be some, you know, snarky character. I'm not
Oh yeah.
expecting her to be, a certain type of way. It's a child essentially. So
what
they're
I'm
going to
saying
be very
is
kind of blunt
they
and
wrote,
upfront with how they speak.
but I'm saying they wrote her as very one-dimensional. I feel
I
like she's just meant to serve I mean, as a foil to
Yeah,
Kara, which is
I
but I
think
will say, I think with the way her character ends in the movie, where it's her and Kara talking about whether they're going to kill Krim,
mm,
and then you see her just break down when she doesn't do it. I think it does add
that moment
a
right
lot
at
of
the end. I thought was great. I think that was a really I'm gonna say it's one of my favorite tropes actually of you know, don't kill this person or make you as bad as them. However, I'm already fucked up, so I will kill this person.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. I liked that ending. Like, look, Kara already knows that she is damaged. She's already gone through all of that trauma. She she would rather herself deal with it than someone else who's going to get damaged.
Oh yeah.
I did like the scenes on Krypton on Argo. I think it
That
I
was
thought
that
those
was
were cool. I
that
thought
was
those were
easy.
very cool.
Those were my favorite part. That was my favorite part of the movie.
I think
Like,
the scenes on Krypton and Nogo and I think the scenes where she's gone to Earth are all like probably the
really
best
wanted
parts.
more of that. I think having
yeah,
I mean, this is why I was trying to bring up the comparison to Black Widow. I think they they wanted their glimpses of an origin story here, but they wanted to also adapt Woman of Tomorrow. But then they also said there was an interview with Craig Gillespie, which was like, "Oh, we're staying away from the source material. We don't want to do the source material." So I'm like, why even bother with it then? Why not just tell an original story about
Mm,
Supergirl trying to adapt to life on Earth, and then maybe
yeah.
bring in some elements from Woman of
Of
Tomorrow.
Women of Tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, instead
I
of
hun- I, I 100% agree. Like, there should have been. Also, I will say the movie feels very short. I think it's
oh
about maybe
yeah, yeah.
115 minutes. Like,
Apparently,
I think
apparently there were about 20 minutes that was just taken out because of
Yeah.
test audiences.
I actually
I,
was
I
gonna
would like
say
to have seen that.
I was gonna say because I think what you mentioned, Ogdo. I think what you mentioned about the fact that the comic has like her having a Rufy's perspective be how the story is told. I think that probably would have done a lot more because the film did feel short. Like it felt
Mm.
like it was missing a little bit more of just something. And I think if they went down the route of telling it through someone else's perspective, I think it probably would have been better.
Yes, it would have been a different kind of movie. Like, it wouldn't be like a normal movie where we see A, B, C, D
Yeah.
happening. We obviously would have get a little bit of
But I mean,
retrospective where if
it
it's
was
silent,
very by the numbers though. Like
Yeah.
you
it's very
literally,
paint by the numbers. If we
like
did
there's
have
a.
Rufy's
Sorry, I was just gonna say
exposition,
like.
Yeah.
Sorry,
go
were
on.
you gonna finish your thing?
Yeah, I was if we did have Rufy's exposition a little bit, I think yes, it would have been very different because we would be seeing her explain things in a slightly different way. We would have been told things that wouldn't have happened yet in the story, which I don't know if that's what they would have wanted for the DC universe yet, but I think it would have fit right with what they were going for if they were trying to adapt Women of Tomorrow.
I mean, I
As
think
far
it's.
as the movie being short, I think the only thing I really would have added was maybe about 10 minutes of Kara trying to adapt on Earth, seeing that she can't do this, and then just fleeing.
It's
Like
flying
she
off.
doesn't, yeah, she doesn't tell anyone. She doesn't tell her cousin Clark. She just leaves because she just can't do it. And I think seeing that would have added so much because we see where she's come from in the movie with her growing up on Argo. And then we see what she's lost. We see her trying to adapt. And then she goes down this pit of depression. That would have kind of just led everything nicely through.
I mean, what they could have done actually was had that be like the beginning of the movie. I mean, granted, they already introduced her in Superman, so it wouldn't have worked. But I'm saying if that was like the beginning of the movie, and then it flies off, and then you smash cut to her in the bar getting absolutely drunk,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I think that would
Yes,
have been
that would have
an
been perfect.
interesting way
That
to
would have
do
been
it.
perfect.
What I was also
Yeah.
going to say, I think part of the reason why they didn't do it from Ruthie's perspective is that's a lot to put on a young actress,
Yeah.
especially one who's probably
I,
being paid
mm,
less than Millie Alcock.
Yeah.
no. What I would have done is I would have had an older person do
Yeah, I was about to. I was
do
about
the
to say
narration,
they could have had an
and
older
then
woman do the
yeah,
narration.
yeah, the older woman do the narration, and then just the young girl playing Ruthie, just to play the role.
Yeah, she just plays the
Yeah.
same character.
For some reason, this movie has been called like woke trash by,
Oh my god,
there's
I'm
some
so
leftist
sick of this
agenda.
shit. I'm
Yeah.
so sick of this shit.
It's
It's
so annoying.
infuriating,
Like
honestly.
I do feel like that is one aspect and reason why maybe the movie didn't do as well. Like so much negative press about this movie just put so many people off,
The
which
media these
sucks.
days, the outrage mill, it all just thrives on negativity.
Yeah.
You
It-
just.
it's negativity and rage bait.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also the problem
Like
is if you genuinely try and criticize this movie, people go like, "Oh, you're such a so and so. You think it's a bad movie because you're sexist." I'm like, I don't think it's a bad movie, and I'm not sexist. I do think it could have been much better,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah,
it does worry me because Warner Brothers apparently going to lose about 120 million on this movie, especially because there was a lot
yeah.
more of a promotional push for this I noticed than with Superman. Like
No,
Ooh.
definitely not. Superman. No, I don't think so.
The problem was
Like
Superman
when
got a
Super,
lot of bashing before it came out. Like before it came out, people were very bad. Like people did not like how it looked. They didn't like who was playing
Well, no,
no,
I was talking
Superman.
about I was talking about promotional material. I was talking about like marketing.
Oh yeah, no, but like there
no,
was quite a
no.
decent bit of marketing for Superman
Super,
originally.
I think Superman was marketed a lot more than Supergirl. Like Superman was meant to be this cultural phenomenon. I remember when that trailer dropped, like people were feeling hopeful when
Merchandising is
it's
the word I was thinking of.
Ah,
Merchandising, not
okay.
marketing,
yeah,
because they've been putting her face on apples and lemonade cans, and I think, well, I mean, obviously they probably want to do some sort of supplemental income to try and offset the losses, but they did definitely have some. Basically, it's not a good look for the second movie. Well, first movie to do okay, and then second movie in your new big cinematic universe to be critically dicey, and then not do well at the box office.
You
yeah,
say that like the Incredible Hulk doesn't exist.
I know I pointed that out to you.
yeah.
and,
It is, yeah,
and as we all know, the MC never went.
yeah. The MCU kind of just stuck around forever.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
I think
But
it's a
the
movie. I'm gonna say I think it's a movie that will probably not be. It's not going to be received well for a long while. But I think if the DCU, like the new one, it gets off. I think if they're able to get it off, I think the movie will be looked back at more fondly.
That's what I'm worried about though, because well, I mean, I'm excited for Clayface. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be good. I think
They had a recent test screening, and it said it was very good.
Oh yeah.
mhm. And I'm really hopeful for Man of Tomorrow.
I'm
But
hopeful for Man of Tomorrow as
Oh,
well.
like have you guys seen some of the like the behind the scenes of Man of
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
You seen
It's got me
Lex
so
Luthor in his
hyped.
armor? It's like, oh my god.
Oh, Lex
uh,
Luthor's power suit. It looks so
I
good.
mean, again, like Superman, loved Superman last year. I do think Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor is just absolutely fantastic, and
Oh,
I
he's
can't
so
wait to see
good.
more of him.
Oh
He's
yeah.
easily the best live action version of Lex Luthor.
I mean, you can't beat Clancy Brown. You can't beat Clancy Brown.
No, Clancy Brown is the iconic Lex Luthor. I mean, I don't think there is any, and this might be a hot take. I don't think there's any live action interpretation of a superhero that beats an animated version of the interpretation.
Oh god, I've forgotten now. Yeah, I'm concerned about long term because again we've got Paramount merger looming. I think James Gunn knows that he's kind of coasting on some goodwill right now, so he was.
Yeah.
I think that's why they got Man of Tomorrow into production so quickly because it was literally just like, oh yeah, maybe we'll do a sequel. Then like 2 weeks later, like there's a sequel, we're shooting, go.
Yeah. Like we
Because he
Yeah.
already
just
know
wants
what
to
we're
get
doing.
this out, prove it's a viable franchise before Paramount gets in. Because if Paramount gets in, I mean.
I fear the universe is just never going to take off ever again if they take over.
Well,
But
I think
it's
what
not just it's not just Man of Tomorrow that's still happening. There's still other DC stuff going on. There's
well, no, but it's not
Bruce-
shooting.
Yeah.
No, obviously, I think Creature Commando season 2 is done. Mind you, that is an animated series. That's still part of the DCU. And there's obviously other stuff planned. I think maybe even in pre-production. I know there's the Batman 2
Batman
that's
2
coming
is
out
being
next year.
filmed, yeah.
Well, that's not as of right now. At time of recording, that is not part of the DCU. That is its own separate. The Batman
Yeah.
Epic Crime Saga,
Yeah.
which is, I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a stupid name, but it works.
Wait, is that the hold on, hold on, hold on,
That's
hold
the
on. Is that
official
the
name.
official name?
It's the Batman Epic Crime Saga.
That's bad. They really named
If
it
you
that?
could see, if you could see my face, I'm so like I don't know if it's of disgust and confusion.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always just call it the Reeves verse. So
Yeah, I just call it Matt
I
Reeves is
didn't
Batman.
watch. I didn't watch Penguin. Was it good?
I need to watch it. I've heard it's very
I
good.
need to watch Penguin
We've so
again. I
none of
think
us have
it's one
watched
of
it,
those.
okay. Yeah.
None of us watched.
None
It's
of
one
us
of those.
larpers.
I'm not. No. I mean, I'm not like gaining on the fact of how good it. I've heard it's very,
Mm.
and it was very critically acclaimed at the Emmys. But I do need to watch it.
Yeah.
As I was going to say is, I think the reason why James Gunn is just trying to get this all in production as soon as he can, because it's a lot harder to stop something that's already in production, already being shot, than
Yeah,
something
but
that's just a script that's being passed around.
they have done that.
You say
though.
that you say that like Batgirl wasn't
Yeah.
completely done over as a tax write-off.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that
Batgirl
is
was
an
ready to
important
come
thing.
out, debated, well, supposedly,
Yeah.
and that did sound
But
quite
what
interesting. and
what
then
it
just
was, I
never
was gonna
happened.
the point I'm trying to make is that if you got, I mean, I'm gonna have to call it what it is, a box office flop so far, like Supergirl. If that happened, if Man of Tomorrow doesn't bring in like
The money.
at
it needed.
least upward of 850 million, there is gonna be some serious like. I mean, I don't know what they would do because I don't think they'd do another reboot. I think it'd be stupid to do another reboot, but I think they would probably.
We will never get another Superman movie, and we will never get a good one.
Well, what I think they would do is they probably force a universe merger between the Reevesverse and the existing James Gunn stuff, and then they probably just say, look, we're gonna greenlight the Flash, we're gonna greenlight Wonder Woman. We got to have the big hitters. You know, no
Get all
more
the
Yeah.
big
Creature
names out.
Commandos.
Get all the big names out. Skip out on all the stuff that no one like. Skip all the sequels and spin-offs and like all the extra
Yeah,
stuff.
I
just
mean,
do
hold
the
on.
most
What
generic
is
stuff.
what is currently planned for the DC universe?
Well, right now, the next one that's about to shoot is apparently Deathstroke and Bane.
That is a very odd choice. Like, how are you going
Yeah,
to set up Bane
like
without doing Batman
exactly.
first?
Like I've heard people say, "Oh, they're treating it like they don't have the rights to the characters."
Yeah.
It's like they're doing the Sony thing. They're gonna be making the equivalent of Morbius.
Yeah, they have to just
Oh
drop
my
the name so they can keep
god.
the licensing or whatever.
Mm.
Oh, and apparently we've all right. So, not Man of Tomorrow.
I can't wait for the
Uh,
Cheetah movie. That's gonna be amazing. Cheetah movie.
oh, and apparently, there's a Swamp Thing movie in development by James Mangold. He did Night and Day and The Wolverine and Logan.
I mean,
Ooh,
you know what? That might be good, especially if they can get it in at a lower budget.
yeah.
I think what it is, I think if they are going to keep doing these smaller things, I think they are going to be these more niche things. I think they'll be lower budget, and then you'll have big budgets reserved for literally just
Oh,
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, maybe the Flash.
because I like what they're
Hmm.
doing with Batman so far, like the new Batman. I like the fact that they're doing big movie, then it's like the spin-off shows with the villains on their own and like their kind of
Mm.
story. You get big Batman movie where he probably beats them again.
I'm sorry,
has
but it
another
shouldn't
big
have taken
fight at the
5 years to get a sequel. Oh my god.
end. Yeah, I know.
Hold on, in that same time, we've gotten 3 Dune movies.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is going to be an excellent segue to the amount of stuff that's happened between GTA 5 and GTA 6.
Oh, good lord. Yep. All right.
Yeah. So, at time of
I,
recording,
I was I was 12 when GTA 5 came out, and that was still on the PS3.
Yeah.
at time of
Between.
recording,
Go on, Joe.
GTA 5, GTA 6, sorry, pre-order's been live for almost a week, and some more information has come to light about the game, which has been mixed to say the least.
Controversial.
Well, I was going to say mixed, but we could go with controversial if you want to go with that angle.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um, I think I need to
All right,
preface this.
So initially, I want to ask: are you guys excited for this game, and are you going to buy it?
Ooh. Ooh.
Um, I think when I saw the trailers, I think these are really good trailers. This game looks really good, but there's two big things that are pulling me back from it. One is going to be it's not on PC at launch, and I'm sure that's going to be a thing for a lot of people. I don't currently own a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. I have a PC and I have a Switch 2.
You're not trying to get one in this market.
Oh,
No, dear God, no. Um, I mean, I thought about maybe picking up one used, but I don't see the point in buying a console just for one game. And I like GTA 5. I loved Red Dead Redemption 2. But part of me is just like, there's no way that this is going to live up to the hype. I mean, you think about the last game that was this hyped this much was probably Cyberpunk.
oh yeah, and that game was kind of like one of the industry's biggest crashing points.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you download and play Cyberpunk 2077 today, it is an absolutely fantastic game. And if you like those kind of open world games, even if you're not into RPGs, if you just want to exist in another world, it's a really really great time. I really recommend it. Lots of great story, great characters,
Plus, Cyberpunk's not that great of an
amazing
RPG
music,
anyway.
amazing music.
Just gotta slide that in there.
But
Just gotta slide that in there that Cyberpunk's not even that amazing of an RPG anyway. But
oh no, it's not. It's an action RPG with emphasis on the action.
yeah,
I think that the role playing comes from the dialogue,
oh
but
yeah, and even
yeah. I mean, I think there was a review from around the time which was saying you don't even really build; you just pick one thing to be bad at.
yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, back to GTA. What I'm saying is, like,
You're right. This movie game is not
yes, it's
going
a
to.
movie game.
Oh god.
No, it is a GTA 6 is a game coming out in November of 2026. There is no way a game that has been delayed like 5 times is going to live up to the hype after 13 years. People are expecting this game to cook for them. Just wake up your console and cook for you.
People are expecting things that I don't want to repeat while we're being recorded.
Oh yeah, like
Yes, they want this game to do things that are unspeakable on this family-friendly podcast.
Really family friendly.
Oh yes.
Family-friendly, I say, and Echo's looking at PG.
PG-13 family-friendly content, guys, aren't they?
Yeah,
Family friendly
post
in the way that like your parents would sometimes let you watch Family Guy.
Yeah.
or The Simpsons.
Oh,
Yeah, the expectations are so high for GTA 6. Like people are expecting to go to every single building in this game, and the people are expecting such a level of immersion that I just don't think it's going to be able to live up to that. Like, yes, it will probably be a very good one of the. It'll probably be game of the year, like for the next like 2 or 3 years. But
I
That
wouldn't be
depends if
too
it
sure.
does
I
well.
wouldn't be too sure.
That depends if it does well.
really,
Yeah, I mean, well, things again, the game's not come out yet, so it could be a buggy mess for all we know.
yeah,
Also, this year has had some
true.
hitters.
It's been absolutely stacked. I mean, we've had Crimson Desert, we've had 007
RE9.
First Light,
We had
Resident Evil
Lego
9.
Batman.
Yeah, Lego Batman as
Yes,
well.
Lego Batman Game of the Decade.
Honestly.
Yes. um,
We've
but
got
yeah,
Oni Musha coming out
We
later
do,
this
yeah.
year.
It's
What
not
else?
gonna win
What else?
anything. It's not gonna win anything, but there's a
Inso-
campaign involved as well. That's coming.
Mhm.
uh,
God,
got
that's another
Insomniac
big one.
Wolverine in September.
Yep.
Yeah. The
But yeah, you are right. Like there is a lot of
Gears of
stuff happening
War
in
as
this year.
well.
Yeah, E-Day.
Um,
Yeah, E-Day's coming.
so what I'm saying is, it's gonna be. I think maybe like the Game of the Year award itself might go to GTA 6, but I think
I don't think it
everything
wins
else will
outside
probably.
of that. I think it's gonna win Game of the Year probably just out of principle, which is a
Mhm.
bit silly and would be a bit annoying to see. But it's probably just gonna win out of obligation. Whereas
Yeah.
I think it
I mean, we
kind of
can
won't win.
when it gets close to the time, we can do an episode predicting the game
Oh
awards
yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
But
uh
Mm,
I was gonna
you know
the
say
thing is,
what?
my you asked earlier about like our opinions on it. I am not excited for GTA 6, and I am probably not going to buy it at all, even if it comes to PC. I
I'm very interested in the story dynamic that they're going for with this
Yeah.
sort of Bonnie and Clyde type thing. I am not gonna buy it at full price,
No,
and I will wait for a sale.
I'm not paying 80 quid for it. I'm not.
It's 60 quid.
Is it 60 quid in the UK?
It's 60 quid,
It's
yeah.
£60 for the standard, and then 80
Okay.
for the Ultimate
I'm-
Edition in the
I'm
UK.
And we'll get on to that because there's been some controversy with that.
I'm used to us getting the
There's
short
so
end
much
of the
controversy.
stick when it comes to like game pricing. Like the PS5 Pro being $700 when it came out, and then being £700 in the UK was ridiculous.
Oh,
That was
like,
outrageous. I was like, you are ripping us off completely. Like that is just.
The thing was it Death Stranding 2 on PC was £70. It's just that $90. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like to put it in perspective, for example, like the PS5 Pro, like yes, $700. Okay, £700 though in dollars, that is over £900. Like that is over a $230 difference between, if I was to buy it here
Yeah.
versus buying it in the US. And like even if I was to buy it in the US and bring it here, those like it's gonna be region locked, and also the warranty is regional.
Yeah.
So
The
if I have a
PS5
problem
isn't
with it-
region locked.
No, it's not. It's not really.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Warranty would be a
Warranty,
regional
yeah,
thing, but
obviously,
unless you get the specific Japan only version, that's the only region locked version,
yeah,
and probably the
Okay,
Chinese version, I think.
yeah.
Okay,
makes
excluding the
sense.
region lock then. All right, warranty. If something breaks on it, I am screwed. But I'm gonna have to pay to get that fixed if something goes wrong with it because it's technically a US model.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
yeah. I don't. We're gonna get onto it. I think we're getting onto it now. I think GTA 6. I think I'm just not excited for it for plenty of the reasons we're probably about to get into.
I think
I'm excited for it on principle. Like I didn't really play GTA 5 that much, even buy the game when it I think a year after it came out. I just want to see, okay, is this game going to live up to the hype? Is it going to be as good as people are expecting it to be? But the thing is, I don't think it can. Like, and the thing is, there are 3 measures to success of this game. It has to do well in terms of sales volume.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, it's gonna sell well. It will sell well.
Selling well, it's gonna do. But
I think it's already done like so many millions of pre-orders in this first week.
I think it has to do well commercially, obviously, but I think public perception is going to be a very big one.
Yeah,
as well.
Those are the other 2 things I was going to say. It has to do well critically among professional viewers, but it also has to do well from the audience. If one of those 3 things is not met, this game will be considered a failure.
I mean, that's
it will
the thing.
be, and this will be the judge of gaming for the next 5 years.
Well, I would say Western gaming specifically, because I think we're definitely at a crossroads with the Western AAA games industry. I mean, I'm sure we'll probably talk about it next week because apparently Xbox are getting ready for some massive layoffs, and Sony has just announced the end of discs, which we'll get into next week. And I think GTA 6 is like there's almost like this Hail Mary for Western AAA gaming.
And speaking of discs in GTA 6, they have said that the physical copies of the game will have a code in the box.
That's just a waste of plastic.
They're also not planning to do discs anytime, probably ever, which is like genuinely beyond.
And I think some retailers in the US, maybe even the UK, have said they just won't stock the physical copy of the game. Because
of course, because it's an empty case. It's completely symbolic.
I use that term very loosely. Physical copy is that you get a box. That is it.
You get a plastic
and
case
some codes.
with a code, and probably not even a manual to go with it because we're probably.
What's funny is I have an empty box for Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection on Nintendo Switch sitting on my shelf, and that was just a code in the box. And I've never been more pissed off with a game.
I understand the fact that games are much larger now. Like I am fully expecting the fact that GTA 6 will be a 400 gigabyte or 500 gigabyte game.
Yeah, it's not going to be 500 gigs. That's ridiculous.
I think it's going to push.
I think
it's pushed.
I think it's going to be 250 at most. Maybe after updates, we'll see, but I do not see this game
Yeah. I
being
think it's
that
gonna
much.
push
bigger.
300
maybe I'm overshooting a little, but maybe it's a little bit of sarcasm. What I was gonna say is these games are getting so large that they just can't be held on discs.
Yeah.
Well, one disc.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Well, yeah,
what game was
you could definitely do it
was
with
it
several
Cyberpunk?
discs, but
Yeah, was
Cyberpunk came
Cyberpunk
on
the one
multiple discs. Red Dead
Yeah.
Redemption 2 was multiple discs. Final Fantasy
Yep.
7 Rebirth on the PS5,
yeah.
multiple
Mm.
discs.
There's loads of stuff with multiple discs.
Hmm.
I mean, if we're going back a bit, you could famously say Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Hmm. But I think the idea of having the disc of the disc for a game, I feel like that's so much part of the culture that we've grown up with.
I mean,
Like,
also, what it is that, God forbid, servers ever go offline, you wouldn't be able to download anything. That game is just gone.
Yeah.
also like it completely just skews the concept of ownership anymore.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think it
Well,
was
it's because
like
they don't
last.
want you buying it used. They don't want
Yeah.
you buying it cheaper from a
They-
retailer. They
this
want you
it
to pay full
feels
price on their store.
Yeah.
Also, Sony announced last week that they are removing the purchased movies and TV shows that people bought on their PlayStations because the license with Sony ran out.
And that's the thing, because this is the future
Like,
that we're unfortunately headed for, is that you're not going to own anything. You're just going to be buying a license.
Yeah.
yeah, you're buying a license, literally a temporary contract to say, look, I can watch this
For like a year or
possibly
two.
forever, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like
At
I said,
least you're,
I've got a
the thing is that
huge Steam library, right?
Hmm.
And that's essentially that. In my way, that's an investment in Valve as a company. And so, if Valve, for whatever reason, goes under, which touch wood, I hope they never do. I want to be 100 years old with a massive Steam library.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'd be absolutely screwed because I'd have thousands of pounds worth of games that I just would not be able to access.
Oh yeah. It's why
Yeah.
it's why websites like GOG are so good, because they do just let you.
I want to like GOG, I really do, but I just like every time I try and use it, it's just really annoying. It's just
I like GOG. It's just I don't really buy anything off of it
you
anymore.
can find some good stuff on there.
Yeah. Years
I think
ago,
if for
it was really
older
good.
games that aren't normally on Steam, that's what GOG is great at.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Homeworld on there, which is cool. I really need to download that and play that
Oh
actually.
yeah.
Back to the topic at hand, GTA 6. My thing is that if you played Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption 2 is, is an incredible game in terms of story, in terms of graphics, in terms of presentation, in terms of gameplay. It's actually pretty simple. It's pretty much just go here, shoot things. It's very, very, very simplistic.
Yeah.
And you can't deviate from these missions at all.
This is my worry.
Like when
This is
it comes to GTA, so go on.
Yeah, this is my biggest worry, is the fact that it's, despite how big and how flashy it's gonna look and how good, no matter how good the story's gonna be, it's still gonna be a Rockstar game. And the Rockstar games, while they're not bad, they are very rigid in how you can approach like mission
They
design.
haven't really evolved their design since GTA 4.
Yeah, and debatably even before that, they haven't really changed much of how their like formula of making missions and making the world works. Which is my worry as to why this game's gonna come out and people are gonna be like, wow, this sucks, and it's gonna completely ignore the fact that yeah, GTA 5 is probably gonna be, it's gonna just be GTA 5, but like it's gonna look really good, and there's gonna be more to do in the open world other than just like going to a few like shops or having like businesses or whatever. Like there's gonna be more to do.
Yeah, like
mean-
a couple of friends of mine have been saying that the thing they're looking forward to the most with this game is the customization of the characters. Like, especially with Lucio, like there's so many different outfits they have created for her. I think, yeah, it does create that immersion into the game. And I think if that's what you'd like, sure, excellent. I'm happy for you. But
I always spent loads of time customizing my cars.
that was easily the best part of GTA 5. But again, have I been waiting 13 years for a game that the best thing about is the customization? No.
I mean, the thing I was going to say is there's
Yeah.
a lot more possibility for gameplay variety. You know, you can have different gameplay styles. You know, you can have, shooting and stealth and driving around, or you could even have like different businesses to run. Or
You could have like racing elements in the game. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
have puzzle elements. Yeah.
I mean, the
It-
thing is, right, is that Rockstar just think they're amazing at everything, and they very, very rarely take influence from other developers.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would love to see them take some influence from RGG that make the Yakuza games.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to do wacky side stories. The other thing I was going to say is I'm worried that they're not going to be as biting with the satire as they usually are. Because if
Yeah.
you look at even GTA 5 is just viciously satirical
Yeah.
of American culture and American life. And I mean, we'll see how it goes. But I really hope they just don't pull any punches. I think, just go after everyone, go after tech bros, go after looks maxes, go after
you
Go after
just
all.
not like this game is already being called woke. Like,
again, this is the thing we
I'm
keep coming back to. It's just I'm so sick of it. Have some
I,
other
I,
criticism.
I really hate that word because, for example, like apparently playing as a girly character, basically just a girl in a game is woke. I mean, we saw that same reaction with God of War, Luffy, right?
Yeah.
Luffy, I
Laugh
can't remember how you say it.
Laufey.
Luffy,
Laugh
yeah. Like just playing as a woman apparently is woke. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it's perpetual.
That
It's a
girl,
perpetual steamroll of like just like culturalism and like
yeah,
horrifying American
yeah.
political
Also, like,
bullshit
look,
that's
man,
just
if you don't want to
ruining.
look at the beautiful Latina while you're playing a video game, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know what
sure
it's.
have just hacked something.
Yeah. Also, like this movie is set in Miami where there is
This
a
game, this game.
big sorry. Fuck. All right, this game is set in Miami where there is a massive like Latina. Like, of course, it's going to be a
Cuban,
Latina character.
Cuban.
Cupid as well, but yeah, it's like, oh my god, man, it's like, oh, come on.
Look, I don't want to talk anymore about things being woke. I'm so tired of of things being woke. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. Like,
No, but I think look, we could. I think we've all agreed that this game is very hyped with very high expectations.
I think it's going to be the make or break for the whole industry. I think this whole model of blockbuster Western AAA game development, just
oh
pouring
yeah.
billions, well, millions, not billions, into this one project and hoping that it's success, it's just not a viable model for production.
No,
I
I
mean, you
hope
look
I
at
want
game.
them to learn this, please. Like, please learn. Because the worry
I
I think
mean,
I also have is that I don't think this game is going to be as culturally relevant now because it's been being developed so long. The story has to have been finished
oh,
ages ago.
oh yeah, 100%. They're going to be talking about, oh God, what's something that
We're gonna
happened
be
like
like
3 years ago?
we're gonna be talking about like things that were like big in like
They're
Kobe
going to probably
time.
have a Hawk tour joke in there, probably.
Yeah, probably. Like
Oh,
we're gonna be seeing internet culture references from like 4 years ago. Like it's the story's been done, and I imagine most of the writing in the game and like the jokes and everything like that are probably done. Like they've been done for a
Yeah.
long time. So I don't know how culturally relevant this game's gonna be. It might not even really be that
all,
much at all.
yeah. Also, I think another thing that is with modern gaming. Why are we finding out about a game's existence 5 years before it's coming out?
Oh yeah.
Well, like I said, I think we had this conversation earlier in our previous episode.
In
It's a
last week.
recruiting thing. It's a recruiting thing. It's
Yeah.
an investment thing.
Pretty much.
Like, expectations are so high. Expectations are never going to be met. But you're right. It is a recruiting. Oh, come do this, do that.
We're
But
hiring. Like okay.
yeah,
So I think at the end of the day, it is going to be the one game to rule them all, the one game to control them, to
The one
bind them.
game to bind them. Yeah.
Yep. And so we've come full circle. I think that'd be it. It's as good as any moment
oh,
to end it.
Yeah.
and you know what? And you know what else is a circle? A ring.
Oh,
A ring.
we've come full circle.
Thank you so much to everyone for listening to us ramble for
An hour
I,
now.
I think an hour and a half.
an hour and a half, give or
Nearly an
take. our
We
good
ho-
friend Alex will probably edit this down into something listenable.
Oh, yep.
yeah. We hope you
We
enjoyed
are
episode 2, and then episode 3 will be out next week. We're hoping to have a regular upload schedule
Yeah.
of every Friday.
I'm working
we're on
it.
Spotify. We're on YouTube now. It's a Spotify. We're going to be not another podcast. YouTube is going to be not another YouTube. You set up a
Officially
Twitter
created.
account.
There's a Twitter now.
Yeah,
If you guys really want to
yeah,
go
there's a-
follow us on Twitter, I guess.
yeah. I would recommend not going on Twitter.
It's not Twitter. It's X, the
Oh,
everything
yeah.
app,
X the
powered by
everything app.
Grok.
It would be a cold. It would be a cold day in hell when I refer to Twitter as X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And
Follow
we
us,
we
man,
may
guys.
set up more social media in the future if you will respond to that. I don't even
Yeah.
know if anyone's listened to our first episode yet.